Hello model maniacs, this is Frank here from galacticmodeler.com, and just finished the Forbidden Planet saucer and Robbie the robot, and just finished the B9 robot, and decided I had to get the B9 robot Lost in Space saucer done. So we have we're getting to be close to 75, 80 lighting kits. That's what we do. And making affordable lighting kits without circuit boards and without resistors and without torture, and very reasonable. Now, I've already got this. Lots of times I start from scratch with the videos, with the raw, everything's still on the sprues and everything. And lately I've been kind of jumping ahead and then breaking it down so you can see what I've done before I put the kit all together. This way I'll take it apart. But there's lighting kits out there for these spinning, rotating fusion core engines for several models, like the Jupiter 2 from the movie, and the Forbidden Planet saucer and other saucers. But anyway, we've come up with a way to make a really cool display for a fraction of what the what those circuit board systems cost. And I'm going to break this model down. I've already put the freeze tubes in there that the Robinsons would go into when they're on a long voyage and have to go into Crustaceous. And then I put some cabin lighting. But I'm going to break the model apart now and show you how I did it, what I did. And then when I'm done with that, I'll put all the fiber optics in, and then I'll come back and show you the whole ship lit. It's going to be really cool. So first of all, we'll take the first saucer part off because I haven't glued it yet. And you can kind of see what I've done inside here. The kit will include pulsating DVDs for the tubes. That gives them kind of an effect like they're getting ready to freeze up the Robinsons. And then I'll show you, we're going to have a really cool instrument panel set up here for the Robinsons. Now we'll take this part off, and I'll show you what I did with how I did the fusion core. So what we did is we just took fast and slow LEDs and just drilled holes to match up with the holes in the fusion core underneath, and just inserted the DVD or the LEDs, and then just followed, put our switch in. That's hooked up to our 3-volt battery source, but then just hooked up the red to the long prongs on the LED, because the long prongs are always the positives. So red, 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 red. And I suggest hooking it up to the battery while you're soldering or gluing the wires onto the LEDs. That way you start with your first one, and when it's lit, you go to your next one. So red, black, red on the long prong, black on the short prong, red, black, and as you go, that one's lit, next one's lit, next one's lit, next one's lit. Go all the way around, and you're done. Leave yourself a long trailing wire so you can hook up to other light sources throughout the ship. So anyway, it's very simple. Once you do it a few times, there's absolutely nothing to it. So And like I said, you just go fast LED, slow LED, fast LED, slow LED, and it really does create a super cool effect without having to buy one of those $150 circuit board systems for the rotation effect. It's very cool. Very cheap. Anyway, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run all the fiber optics, and all I did is I drilled holes into the panels, and like there's some holes there, and when you look through the window when I'm all done, the instrument area will be all lit up and blinking, and there will be lights in the back part of the ship, you know, like on the computer wall panels, that'll simulate the computers working. And just be creative. You know, you can put them wherever you want, drill holes wherever you want, or you can try to be studio correct and watch the movie a million times, or the series a million times, and try to get them where they had them. I'm also going to drill some holes up through this here, and I'm not sure exactly what that was. It was kind of a command center kind of a thing or something. But we'll put some LEDs in that, or some fiber optics in that. But that's where we're at right now. And how I did these freeze tubes is I just put tape. I drilled out the holes of where they would be, and then I just put tape over them, mixed up some 5-minute epoxy and put a little bit of clear blue resin in it, and then just laid the masking tape on one side and filled them holes with clear resin all the way around. And then I just took the pulsating LEDs, glued them directly to the clear blue resin from underneath, and then just ran my hot and cold wires in a circle to them. So pretty simple, you know. A lot of guys think this stuff's rocket science, but if you get out of having the resistors, and you don't have to have the circuit boards, I mean, you can do these really easy. And what we did is we found LEDs that have the animation of whatever we want them to do built into the LED, and that eliminates the circuit boards and resistors and all that junk. So anyway, I'm going to run the fiber optics, and I'll be back. Okay, Model Mania. I've got the fiber optics in. You can see them here. And they're running computer panels in the background, and they're running some fiber optics in the console, and they're running some in this whatever that is. Yeah, and they're just hooked into the power sources. But I'm quite happy with the ship. You can also see I'm running out of batteries, so I'm going to charge the camera and I'll be back. Okay, my modeling friends, I'm back with a charged battery. Alright, now, this is the Jupiter 2 from Lost in Space and the TV series. I was just going over the fiber optics with you and my battery died. So I'm back with a fresh charged battery, good for 120 minutes. Anyway, you can see the fiber optics I've installed. I simply drilled holes on the back panels where I wanted fiber optics. And then I put a cigarette lighter to the end of the fiber optic to mushroom the head. Fed it through the hole this way, pulled it through and around to my fiber optic sources. These light sources will come in your kit. They have a slow flashing and a fast flashing, And yeah, I'm really happy. Yeah, and I like how the instrument panel turned out too. That's pretty cool. So I might get some Robinson family figures to put in here. But what I did is I also gave myself enough feed wire to the battery case. The battery box will just sit nicely right inside the ship, and you can easily grab it up through the top, pull it up when you want to change your batteries, put it back down in, and no one will see it. It sits right inside real nice. What I'm going to do is put the upper part of the ship on. There we go. There we go. Yeah, nice. I like the the effect that we got on the bottom of the ship. It really truly looks like a nice rotating engine core. And this whole kit is going to be under $100. And like I say, I've seen these engine cores. Of course, they have circuit boards and they're a pain in the ass. But I've seen them for $100 to $150. And that's it. You just get the engine core and you have to solder it to all these little pins and all this crap. And, you know, I think the $150 ones are pre-soldered. But anyway, you know, it's about twice of what this kit will be. And all you have to do is put these slow, fast bulbs, LED bulbs in, and you get a cool effect, and you get all the lighting and wiring and fiber optics and all the other LEDs and the pulsating LEDs for the freeze tubes in there. Yeah, it's a cool ship. I love the Jupiter too. I think it's pretty neat. We're going to turn the lights off. There we go. I like how that computer display turned out on the rear walls of the ship. Pretty cool. And I've never seen a camera yet that'll capture the coloration, but the dash colors here, the instrument panel colors for the pilots are just beautiful. They're blues and greens and reds, and they're really sharp, but the camera doesn't quite pick that up. Yeah. But I love that core effect. Cheap. Very reasonable to do. I just built Robbie the Robot and the Forbidden Planet saucer and B9 robot for this Lost in Space. And this one, it's not horribly hard, but it's a challenge. It's got a lot of, if you're gonna put a lot of fiber optics in and do a lot of things, we include several, like 10, 15 feet of fiber optics, so you can string them wherever you want and do whatever you want. That's pretty cool. Not completely done yet. I still have a little touch-up painting and a couple things to glue on yet. This little dome thing here I've got to get that glued on. There we go. And I just I put a little LED right here for just a little extra light inside the ship. Well, that's it. The Jupiter 2 from the TV series. Now I'm going to do a little teeny diorama and I'll be right back.